On November 8, 2016, a seismic shift hit American politics when Donald Trump won the U.S. presidential election. This victory shocked the world, but it also ignited an intense reaction from the American media that would shape the country's political and cultural landscape for years. The shock and initial reactions. Many major media outlets were stunned. Leading up to election night, polls and analysts predicted a clear path to victory for Hillary Clinton. For many journalists and networks, Trump's victory felt inconceivable. Major outlets like the New York Times, CNN, and others had openly questioned Trump's chances. But as the votes rolled in, newsrooms across America went silent in shock. The morning after, some media outlets quickly labeled it a crisis for American democracy. Op-eds and headlines reflected a sense of panic, calling the victory a wake-up call. Others called for calm, urging Americans to respect the outcome. On one side, cable networks like CNN and MSNBC took a critical stance, highlighting concerns over Trump's rhetoric, policy promises, and potential conflicts of interest. On the other, Fox News celebrated the outcome, calling it a win for real Americans who felt ignored by the system. With distrust already simmering, the fallout led to an unprecedented era of hostility between Trump and the media. Within months, Trump labeled certain networks fake news, intensifying a battle over credibility and bias. The term fake news became a rallying cry for Trump and his supporters, who accused mainstream media of intentionally misleading the public. In response, news organizations defended their integrity, but the term stuck, and public trust in media plummeted. Although critical, the media's coverage of Trump led to a ratings boom. Networks like CNN, MSNBC, and Fox News enjoyed record-breaking viewership, as audiences tuned in to hear analysis, criticism, and praise of the new president. The Trump era turned every story into headline news. This cycle created a feedback loop, with Trump fueling coverage, and coverage fueling ratings. As one media executive famously noted, Trump may not be good for America, but he's great for business. As Trump settled into office, media scrutiny intensified. Investigative reports highlighted potential issues ranging from conflicts of interest to ties with foreign powers. Networks raced to break news first, sparking a constant cycle of revelations and rebuttals. From the Mueller investigation to impeachment trials, each news story fueled public opinion and kept the media spotlight firmly on the president. In an already polarized nation, Americans seemed to align themselves with either pro-Trump or anti-Trump news, widening the divide even further. By 2020, the media fallout had significantly eroded public trust. According to polls, faith in journalism was at an all-time low, as Americans grew skeptical of media bias and motive. People started turning to alternative media sources and social platforms, where news could be consumed through a partisan lens. This fragmentation changed the way Americans consumed information and deepened political divides. Donald Trump's victory didn't just change American politics, it changed American media. The intense, polarized coverage paved the way for a future where partisanship now drives much of how Americans consume news. From distrust in mainstream media to the rise of independent journalists and social media influencers, the Trump era fundamentally altered the media landscape. Love him or hate him, Trump's presidency left an indelible mark on the American press. Even after his presidency, the debate over media fairness, bias, and fake news continues. As America moves forward, the legacy of this unprecedented media fallout remains a defining